In the weeks after the mass shooting, a special commission was established to investigate Florida's deadliest school shooting. After 9 months of work, it issued a highly critical report.
Among the findings, several Broward County deputies did not properly respond to the gunshots and should have immediately moved toward the gunfire to confront the shooter. The deputies' radios did not work properly, and there was confusion over which classrooms had been cleared as they went through the school.
Nicholas Cruz is awaiting trial on 17 counts of first-degree murder. The commission said there were multiple witnesses who knew about Cruz's violent acts and heard him make threats about shooting up the school. The report said at least 30 people knew of Cruz's troubling behavior and either did not report it, or when it was reported to the school, the Broward Sheriff's Office, or the FBI, they didn't act on it.
When it came to operations at the school on the day of the shooting, the commission found the front door to the school was unlocked and unstaffed, allowing Cruz to enter. A code red was not called in time because there wasn't a clear understanding of who could call it or when it could be called. The commission said the lack of the code red left students and staff vulnerable to be shot.
The commission also made recommendations for improving security at schools.
Many have been implemented by the schools in our area, but as News Channel 5's Michelle Casada reports, some may not be implemented at all.
If you try to open any classroom door across our 5-county area, it will be locked. That's what school district security officers say.
After Parkland happened, everybody understands the fact that why we lock our doors.
Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, Indian River, and Okeechobee schools have already implemented a lot of the cost-free recommendations made in the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School Commission report. Hard corners in classrooms have been identified, code red active shooter drills have increased, and safety protocols have been revamped. But the more extensive ones are expensive.
You can see how far ahead we were with our safety, but we still identified $15 million in need just for our district.
Last year, the state allotted $99 million for campus hardening for all 67 school districts.
That money was spent in no time on fencing.
Every school in our area now has a single point of entry. But the commission report is also asking school districts to install locks that can be remotely controlled.
Certain schools have it, some and certain don't.
St. Lucie County School Superintendent says the challenge has been retrofitting older schools. Some of the newer campuses were constructed with the technology. St. Lucie County Sheriff Ken Mascara pointed out what he sees will be challenging recommendations by the Marjory Stoneman Douglas Commission.
They are recommending that school resource deputies have rifles on campus. And together, we're talking about how to proceed with that, but that might be a challenge for us.
Bullet-resistant classroom windows are also a recommendation. Most districts say it's on their wish list.
Bulletproof windows and glass are very, very expensive. They could be thousands of dollars for one door and one window.
Almost all of the 5 school districts in our area are still working on fencing.
It's a challenge to justify to parents why some schools are finished and some are not.
I think we're all doing the best that we can.
Palm Beach County School Police Chief says code red drills now have more of an emphasis on single officer response training.
I hope we never have to deal with it, but in the event of a catastrophic event, they're going to go down that hall by themselves and take care of the business that needs to be taken care of.
The commission report also made more involved recommendations that included metal detectors, X-ray machines, and gunshot location sensors, but those are all just recommendations unless they become mandates by the state. Reporting in West Palm Beach, Michelle Casada, WPTV News Channel 5.